Hey, everybody. How we doing? It's your friendly neighborhood cross blogger here coming at you live from Studio 604 here with the Upside Down Creative Media here with the Crosstown Productions here. But now we have another episode of CB Radio for you. Of course, we got a great show ahead of you. We got some watch-alongs, got some games. We got a great guest coming along for you. So without further ado, I want to introduce ourselves. My name is Cross Blogger, the host of the evening. That right over there on the ones and twos is Marshall Malone. And then the guy who's going to be helping me out for the next hour here is my dear friend Roy Sheppard. How you doing here, buddy?
Doing good, thank you.
Right on. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. You played any softball lately? You get some balls to the nuts?
It's been a little while since I've...
Dude,
I
used to get like hit in the nuts all the time in baseball. So when I was in baseball, I got hit in two places: eyeball and then nut ball. Like those are the two places I always got hit all the time. Like I remember we got ready for school one day, and me and my brother were like playing I call it fetch, but we're playing catch. And we're playing catch in the front. And then my brother, he just threw the most perfect ball right to my left eyeball. And I missed school that day because of it. It was the scariest day of my life, man. I thought for sure that I was never going to have an eyeball again.
At least you got to miss school, though. There's a little benefit there.
I mean, I didn't want to miss school. Because, dude, the second that I show up in school, people are like, "Why'd you miss school?" And I'm just like, "My fucking brother hit my eye." It's not really.
Yeah,
it's not really like
once you come back.
Yeah, it's not like a Valhalla story that I'm coming up with. Dude, my brother and I, we used to do so much shit. I remember. Do you ever have airsoft guns? Do you ever have airsoft guns growing up?
Not airsoft. We got into paintball.
Right on. Mm-hmm. I mean, more manlier than what I'm about to tell you, because dude, we used to go to this circle of woods in my neighborhood, and we would just shoot little plastic BBs at each other, airsoft shit. But I remember my brother and I, we would have no obstacle gunfights, so we'd be in our front yard literally 10 feet from each other, like old 1700s duel style, and just just shooting at each other. And I remember the time that I felt the first couple of BBs hit my chest, I was like, fuck, and I turned and I dove, and the second I dove, somehow those BBs hit me right in my asshole, because I was wearing some gym shorts that day, and I laid on the ground at 4th grade and cried for an hour saying, "My brother hit my ass." Dude, I never ever. Oh man, I don't know. Hey, for anyone who's got airsoft guns at home and has kids that are playing with airsoft guns, get rid of them. They're not worth it. Yeah. They're not worth it at all. No, I never. With paintball, did you do any tournament shit, or were you any kind of
No, we always just played out in the woods mostly. We would go to where they had the fields or whatever. You could go and play for the day. But every time we went there would be Navy SEALs and stuff that would come out and just destroy us.
Holy shit, dude.
Why am I coming out here and paying money when I can go to the woods,
Dude, can you imagine? I mean, obviously you can imagine, but I can't imagine just you're like, oh, cool, me and the boys are going to get together, shoot some paintballs at each other, get some welts, have some good time, and then there's some SEAL with a plastic knife in his mouth just going we got to get down.
It was crazy. They didn't even shoot us. They would somehow sneak behind us and just come up and tap us on the shoulder, and you're
oh, come on.
But yeah, they went that far with it.
Oh, dude, yeah, just to show you that I'm not gonna kill you, but I can.
Yeah,
dude, I had a buddy of mine. He went through Navy SEAL training, and man, he's one of the most badass dudes I've known. And the fact that he made it to hell. So the way the SEAL training goes is they got 7 weeks of training, and then they got the Hell Week. Mm-hmm. Dude, my buddy, he is the strongest dude I know, and the fact that he made it 3 days into Hell Week after all that training and had to ring the bell, it was just fuck, dude. How badass are these SEALs? It's just damn, if you can't do it, then I sure as hell can't make it. You know, it's because him and I, when we grew up, when we played video games, I would always just be oh, dude, I'll beat your ass in this game, no problem at all. But the second you get into oh, hey, why don't you run 10 yards? It's just that's not fair. That's not fair, man. You know exactly who I am. Yeah, man. So I try to lose weight best I can. I'm on Lent right now.
What is
Lent?
Oh,
the Catholic thing.
Yeah.
See, I've always wanted to lose weight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I say always wanted to. I've been able to lose weight before, but I haven't been able to lately. And so I thought the best way to go about losing weight is to say, hey, for Lent, I'm gonna give up gaining weight. And then if I gain weight, God hates me. So that's what I feel is just really the best way of going about making sure that, I hold my covenant to God. Good. Yeah. So right now, all I'm doing is just no drinking and no carbs. And thank God for Sundays in the Catholic religion, because on Sundays, you can do that thing you gave up. So you don't even have to give up the whole thing for the whole 40 days. You can
Really?
just. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. As a lover of God, I don't really think that's the best way of going about it.
Well, yeah.
Because then you're telling me that, like, my Lord and Savior, like, you're telling me that he came in on Sundays and was like, I need some water. It's like, no, that's not how the storybooks were told. You know, I'm not gonna. I also don't want to be the guy that's just like, oh man, I can't live without bread and alcohol. You know, it's just like he gave up food and water for 40 days, and like it's selfish for me to be like, man, I can't give up weed because I can't live without it. You know, it's like, how does that look for me?
That's not.
Yeah, it's just like what a ticket to the kingdom of heaven if you're trying to do that kind of thing. Oh man, so what's been new with you, homie?
Mainly just being stuck in Daytona. And,
yeah,
just
I hear
not
you.
getting a lot done.
Shit.
Really what,
How's Daytona been for the scene wise? Has it been like gaining? I haven't been there in God knows how long.
Not really. We've been trying to start up some other new shows and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you got that one down in
at the World's Most Famous Brewery.
World's Most Famous Brewery. World's Most Famous Brewery. If you guys are in Daytona, please go out to see one of Roy Sheppard's famous shows. They're very good. I do apologize for not coming on out here. Like I said before, don't have a car, so I do apologize for not making it on out there. Second, I do get it, dude. I'm going to be on there, and I'm going to be the opener, host, and headliner. So just make sure you have all that set up for me because. I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna tell everybody about it, and everyone's gonna be there just for me. And if anyone says like, "Hey, is this Roy Sheppard show?" I'll be like, "No, it's Crossblocker show." I'm sorry. So how's that been going? You've been doing it for like what, the last year?
I think like 7 months now, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not really developing an audience, to be honest.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, nobody wants to cross the bridge to come to the Intercoastal to Main Street for anything other than Bike Week, Truck Week, any of that stuff.
Yeah, because you were on my my Valdosta shows, right? So like when we went to so I used to, for those at home, I used to have shows in Valdosta, Georgia. Now the shows, they were great. You know, as a performer, they were great.
Yeah.
For the audience, you know, God help them because. Usually the way it worked, it was just like we had like probably like 10 college kids, then like some people that were there, and then like that were there for the show, and then there was like a couple who'd be like, oh shit, there's a show here, you know. So it was little things like that. So it was just you know, I'm happy that we had like the time that we had out there in Daytona. I mean in Valdosta.
Yeah.
But Christ, I never want to go through that again.
I really loved that show,
dude. It was such a. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. It was a great time, great place. I hate that we had to move out. I mean that they had to move out. I say we as if I have a part in this situation, but no, they had to move out. I'm gonna try to see if they got anything going on in that barn because, dude, that stage pretty sick. I mean, the audience pretty sick if they all came up, you know. But
it was nice that they were all sitting at the front instead of because that's a long room.
Oh. Dude, I know. It was like you can look out in the back and you wouldn't even be able to see what the handlebars look like on the doors. They're so far back. But no, man, I love doing shows. I'm trying to get some shows going on in St. Augustine here shortly, so that way we can, you know, I mean, because dude, here's the thing: it's just like we have so many fucking shows in Jacksonville, we have so many shows in Daytona, Orlando, all that, and yet the oldest city in the world has nothing going on there except for the Greek Fest, you know, like the Greek Fest and like some crab boil that's going on every once in a while, and it's just because it's a college kid town, you know, not a lot of people doing this. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go on out there, just search around, see what I can get going on, and then kick some ass and take some names, Roy.
Hell yeah. They need it down there because it's. I think they just have like a 1 monthly show. I've heard about them, maybe a mic, but
oh man, well,
more stuff,
the fact that you know that tells me that you know more than I do. So. And I live right around the corner, man. So I guess I need to be the guy to take away that once a month show, man. No, but for some reason there's this like little shiny thing in the corner that keeps getting me. I know you can't see it. No one else at home can see this. I'm telling you. If you see me looking over to the left, it's because there's something shiny. I have ADHD. Okay, I have such bad ADHD to the point where like if I'm trying to write a note down and there's someone talking to me, not even talking to me, someone right next to me, and they try to say a word, I will put my finger on your lips and I will say, shh. Yeah. Shh, give me a fucking second. Shut the fuck up. Just give me 1 fucking second. Oh man. Now, so what do you got?
Do you remember the at the Valdosta show?
What's that?
The 3 comics that were that opened the show.
Yes. You talking about Albert Einstein, the guy with the hair?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude. He called me the other day, and I didn't answer. I can't believe it. It was like, well, I mean, here's the thing. I have no business in Valdosta anymore. You know? So when he calls me, the last time he called me, he was like, first off, he doesn't call me Cross. He called me Chris. I've known him for we had the show going on for a year. The whole year, Chris. It was always Chris. And so he calls me. He's like, Chris, hey, I'm looking to get into I'm trying to get a comedy show going over at the jail. And I was like, the what? And he's like, yeah, the prison. I'm trying to get into the prison. They say we need to be clean. And I'm like, you're telling me we need to be clean cut for a bunch of guys doing life? Right. And he's like, I don't know, man. It just sounded like a good idea. And then not only did he do that, he told me he had done it before. By himself.
A one-man show?
Him.
That's crazy.
And you already, and like you saw the 10 minutes that he was only on. Okay, so I'm only going to say this because I know for a fact he has no internet and he's never ever going to see this. Dude, I remember the first time that the show was handed to me. So when the show started out, it was like it was a show owned by this this one dude that I met in Valdosta. And then, man, I'm so sorry. Hey, I know you gave me the show and I'm drawing a blank, but I promise you in post-production we're going to put your name in. But he gave me the show, and the fellow who was running it, he gave me the show, and I would have him on every once in a while, and because whenever he had the opportunity he would do it. But I just remember the first time I was given the show, Albert Einstein, he shows up, right? He shows up. And for those at home, Albert Einstein is probably the greatest comedian I've ever seen in my life. Roy, do you agree? I mean, this dude was probably He's an actor that I've never seen.
There's a thing that he did on stage that I still think about. I think about it all the time.
You're talking about the apron part?
Yeah.
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 I tell people about that.
Dude, it's crazy. And what's funny was like Rob was telling me, he was just like he was telling me he still talks to like one of the people, and I was just like man, I'm glad to know, and he was telling me like who they were, and I was like, man, I'm glad to know that my shows bring out the best of people. No, but this guy Albert Einstein, so he looked like Albert Einstein, dressed like Albert Einstein, had hair like Albert Einstein, but he went by Albert I'm stoned because he was always stoned apparently. And so the time that I had him on my show the first time, so it was me, Vanessa Caduto, and Danny Esposito. The three of us were going to be on there. And I just remember the three of us were sitting in the green room, and as we're sitting in the green room, he comes in and he's like, hey, you're you're Chris. He's like, you're Chris, right? Yeah. And I was like, Cross, yeah, but yeah, I'm the guy. And he's just like, hey, so Tony told me to go tell you, come to you to see if we need a show done to get on the show. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, how much time do you want? And he was like, about an hour. And then like immediately I'm like, I'm like laughing in his face. Like everyone in there is just like laughing in his face, and he's like dead ass staring at me like that. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, okay. Here, I can get you on for 15 minutes. So I was like, here, I'll get you on for 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then, we'll see how you go from there. And then like after like a minute of talking to him, I was just like, yeah, we'll get you on for like 10 minutes, do some stuff. And then like he tried bringing it up again. Just like, hey, can I go a little longer? And I was like, yeah, man, we'll get you on for like 8 minutes. And then once we do that, we'll get it going. And then
stepping it down.
Just every time I was just stepping it down. Every time I was stepping it down. Because at first I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like telling me, put me on for an hour. And I was just like, all right, we'll get you on for 8 minutes. And then at that point I was like, okay, 8 minutes, we'll just put you on the very front. Put him on the very front. The first thing he does is he comes out with an apron, and under an apron is a fake. All right, on the count of three, we'll say it. On the count of three, we'll say it. 1, 2, 3.
Dildo.
Dick. Yeah, fake dick. Yes, it was a dildo. This guy, he would play.
Tells the girl that he has a very large penis.
I mean, dude, if this thing was real, it was bigger than anything I've ever seen. But like, dude, he would come out, he would play the song, let's give him something to talk about. And then at that same time, he's doing like this little thing where he's like, 1 step up, 2 step up. And it was just like, you just see, and he had a string attached to the dick with the apron. So like every time he lifted the apron, whoop, up comes the dick. And then he did that every time. And then it wasn't your show, but it was the show right after. He comes on after doing all that, and he's like, hey, I have your name written on my ass. And someone's just like, what? Because he's like calling on a random person. Were you there for this?
No, I think he did do that.
Did he do that there? Dude, he calls this is for the people at home. He calls on the person in the front row and says, I have your name written on my ass. And the person says, what? And he says, I have your name written on my ass. And then she goes again, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Who the hell is this guy? And then next thing you know, he turns around, unbuttons his pants, unbuckles his belt, pulls it down. Your name, ass cheek to ass cheek, right there, and he just pulled it out on stage. Now, dude, it's people like that where I see that kind of confidence come in, and I'm just like, I am not funny. like, dude, that guy is the god of comedy as far as I'm concerned. Dude, like,
imagine what you could do with that confidence,
dude.
You know
imagine what you can do with that confidence. I would run the world. That's what I would do. See, that's the problem too. Is like we meet all these characters with like the best confidence in the world, but they're using it in the wrong portions ever. Albert Einstein should be president, as far as I'm concerned, dude. Like this guy, he can grab the attention of a whole room with a fake dick, and then on top of that, he can also just like tell you like, "Hey, Chris, we're gonna go to jail and we're gonna perform."
I forgot about that.
Dude, Christ, man. I need to find out what he's up to and see if he can make it out here. Dude, if I have him on here, I will get everybody from the Valdosta shows to show up. Like, I swear to Christ. That would be one of the funniest things ever because, man, I mean, it's hard to find someone of that unique talent to, like, come through the shows. Like, has anyone crazy shown up through Daytona recently? That you're just, like, not even crazy, but, like, say someone, so you run the show. This has happened to me once or twice. Someone's hit me up saying, like, hey, I'm coming into town this week. Do you think you can have me on? And I'm like, sure. And then you have them on and you're like, I should never have had you on. You know, it's just like, you're just dropping F-bombs, just like all sorts of shit.
Sort of. Like I've had that where I'm like, I really probably shouldn't have you on this show. But it's because like, they're like a touring comic. You know what I mean? Probably
they just saw that you're in the area. Yeah.
Like, and that existed. And they're like, oh, world's most famous. And maybe they missed the asterisk or something. And they'll hit me up and be like, hey, can I come in be on the show? And I always feel like I have to like message them like, hey, just so you know, this is a bar show. Yeah. We don't really have much, it's kind of like a workout room. And they still want to come out. And then even when they come out, like I feel bad because it's like we got 7 people that didn't know we were going to have a show. Yeah, they just want to come hang out at the bar. Yeah. And now you got to just like yapping in their ear. And now I got to bring this guy up.
Exactly. Now you got to pretend like everyone's going to pay attention to this guy who actually has words to say.
Comic of the night. Because I'll make like a special thing that has their picture on it.
A little flyer,
which I wouldn't normally do if it's just like the regular week without somebody coming through. So it's like I put that out there, and it's like, all right, let's pretend that we got a feature.
I'm gonna appease to you by making a flyer just for you, but that's about it. I mean, I get it, man. I've done it a few times where it's just like someone's like, "Hey, where's the flyer for the show?" And I'm like, "Guess I got to make a flyer for the show." Just got to drop that off. I never had any kind of weird interactions with like shows. I mean I remember when I first started doing shows, like, open mics and shit like that. I remember thinking like, okay, I got this. I finally figured it out. I had done like 4 or 5 mics and I'm like, yeah, I got this figured out. And then I ate a brownie, a weed brownie, and I couldn't tell jokes ever. so I'm on stage for like 5 minutes just going like, hey, how's everybody doing? Good. How you doing today? Awesome. What's going on this week? Just doing that whole week. Yeah. And man, it was like the only thing I was fucking that night was high as shit. It was by far the worst time I ever had, man. It was like once I got off stage, I was like, man, was that good? And they were like, not even. It's just like a lot of brutal honesty right off the bat. Hell yeah, man. Well, hey, why don't we just go ahead and get into the thick of it here? So we got a couple of watch-alongs for you today. So we're gonna go ahead and just figure out what we got for you today. The first things first that we want to talk about when we're doing this is, times are getting a little crazy. Times are getting crazy. Times are getting crazy. Not only are times getting crazy, but so are football fans. And now what we got here is one of the best football fans I've ever seen, the UGA University of Georgia fan. And here he is explaining how crazy he's about to get.
Hey guys, it's Taylor here with DCUnlocked.com, and I've got a crazy Georgia fan. Yeah. I don't really know what's going on, so why don't you tell me?
This is the dog! This is Sheppard, baby! This is how we do it for the dog! Go, Georgia!
Wait, why are you white?
We're getting the red and black going right now. White base coat.
White's just the first step.
Base coat.
White
we get a red and then we get a black going. And that's the dogs. The red and the black.
So does the white help it stick better?
Yeah. It really shines when the white is on the base. And then you get the red, and then you get the black. And it pops! It pops like Freddie Curran on a tackle. That's why I'm excited. I'm excited because we're gonna see Coach Rick and the Dogs come out here. And they're gonna rip Spurriers.
Steve Spurrier.
Spurriers. Good. His visor's gonna come straight off. Straight off during the kickoff. That's what I'm saying.
Just zoom in.
All the way off.
Just zoom in.
I'm telling you, the visor is coming off.
Wait, what's the visor for people that don't know?
Spurrier! You think visors are cool? You're gonna find something new when you come into Sanford Stadium in 2009. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm really excited to see that visor just fly off. I really hope that it does for you.
Coming off.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Go Dogs.
The average team spends
You're welcome.
50%.
You're welcome. Good nose, dude. That's the average engineer graduate right there. Just dude, that guy had the perfect glasses and haircut.
How many times do you think you practiced that voice at home before he?
Now here's the thing. I know guys like that, and I know that I'm that guy, and so if you're asking how long do you practice, a month. It's been a month of him walking around going like, "Go Dogs, Spirit!"
In the mirror, right?
Yeah, right in the mirror, dude. Just like painting his mirror all white too. Just he's like white base coat. So we got the great Georgia Bulldogs. We got a great fight sense when it comes into it, right? You feeling pumped up now? You feeling pumped up?
After
You feeling
that,
it?
yeah,
You
I'm
feeling
got
it?
the
It almost
excitement.
makes you want to fucking fight, does it? It makes you want to fight.
Yeah.
So not only does it make you want to fight, what we got next for you is Shell Sonnen coming up here with the motherfucking Vanderlei Silva.
Vanderlei is a very interesting guy. I don't know him. I think that he genuinely loves this sport.
When I was a little kid, I remember going outside. I sit around with my friends. We talk about the latest technology and medicine and gaming and American ingenuity. And I look outside, and Anderson and the Brazilian kids are sitting outside playing in the mud.
I know Vanderlei Silva. This guy has to be in front of a camera. I am not going to apologize. He sees this as his great moment to be the one that got old Chael to say I'm sorry, which isn't going to happen.
Quando você pedir desculpa, eu volto.
Fair enough.
Oh, he's speaking Portuguese.
That is the flag of surrender. If somebody says something and then they get in the ring and they have the fight, that's it.
Yeah.
I did the fight against Anderson Silva. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It didn't go so well for me. That was a pretty rough night.
Say sorry.
I'm not going to say sorry. I accept his resignation if he wants to walk out, and I will continue this process without him.
Espero que daqui saia não só o campeão do Tough 3, mas saia talento.
Don't call it Tufton. Call it the Vanderlei Show. Call it what you think it is, stupid. Call him the Vanderlei Show. Tell him what you think it is.
I wish I had the balls like this.
Motherfucker, stop, man. Stop that shit, motherfucker.
Oh, they're getting
This was
pushy.
like
They're getting
the greatest
pushy.
moment of my day.
O cara não quis baixar o ego dele, não quis só pedir uma desculpa por uma coisa errada que falou. Não falou por bem, vai falar por mal.
He broke
God, I
any
wish I knew
unwritten
Portuguese.
contract that he has with
Who
me
is this guy?
when he turned a verbal
So pause it
affair
real
into
quick,
a
Marshall. Pause it real quick. So that fella right here, this is Shell Sonnen. Shell Sonnen, he's known as the American gangster because he doesn't take. He's one of the guys that doesn't take himself seriously. He's like he calls himself a gangster. He's from West Linn, Oregon, one of the richest areas ever. So like every time he's on screen, he's always shitting on somebody. You know what I mean? And so the trash talk from him is probably one of the greatest. So Marshall, if you can just zoom, go forward just a little bit. If you can show right there actually. So they actually are about to get into a fight, and there's a moment that they have when they are about to break off that I just want to see if
I
you
hope
catch it.
you no hurt the hands, no hurt your Because man, you're never gonna forget what I'm gonna do with you. Man, I'm gonna hurt you a lot.
I can't even understand him.
You're gonna see what I'm gonna do.
But I feel
I'm gonna
like,
shake the hands, but no.
yeah. Good morning.
I'm not gonna be
The only
your
English he
friend,
knows
I
is
hate
curse
you.
words.
I don't like you, and the dude's gonna like you.
Vandal,
Now,
stop.
now.
Here it goes.
Now.
Please stop.
I can't let you get close.
In flip-flops. In flip-flops. Go back to that, man. That's the part I wanted. That's the part I wanted. Go, one more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more.
But I feel like
Shake
I
the
can't
hands
let you
and
get
no-
close. Do I good morning?
I don't wanna be your friend, I'm gonna hurt you. Okay. I don't like you and the dude's gonna like you.
Vandal, stop.
One now.
Please stop. I can't let you get close.
I can't let you get close. Dude, so fucking funny. It's just like the...
Felt like the start of like a fighting game, you know? Like
Yeah,
a little
right.
soundbite or I can't let you get
Dude,
close.
that's exactly what I think he was going for too. It's just, like he was going for Master Splinter. It's just, like he was treating that guy as Donatello, and he was like, "I can't let you get close."
I did not expect him to get the takedown though.
No, oh, what? Shale Sonnen?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Shale Sonnen's undefeated. He only lost one fight from a decision, and even then, it was still a bullshit call. But like, what's even crazier is like not only so you saw Vanderlei Silva, the Portuguese fella, the Brazilian fella, him. So the show that we were just watching on there is called. I don't know, but the show, what it is, it's like they have UFC fighters, like actual UFC fighters. They're the coaches, and they're trying to show Ultimate Warrior is what it's called, Ultimate Fighter, I think. And so what they do is they try to get it on going, and they try to get their team to be the best team out there, so they can get these people signed to UFC. Yada yada yada. Now, what happened was after that fight, everybody thought. Hilarious, like can't let you get close. Guy just took him down in flip flops, jeans and flip flops, and so they're like, "Well, why don't we just go ahead and get them to fight?" And so this is just the last bit of their fight that they had. And here you can go ahead and just go forward just a little longer to like the victory portion of it. Yeah, just keep on. We got 14. So yeah, they were so tired by the end of round 3. They were barely even like hitting each other. Like, dude, he's just tapping his lungs.
He's got the best of the axe murderer. Vanderlei
Oh, that's
Silva.
right. Vanderlei was called the Axe Murderer, and he sucks. Vanderlei's a
That's a very
pussy,
frustrating
dude.
Vanderlei Silva.
And I'm only saying this because I'm not in front of him.
Let's say disgusting. Well,
Here, go forward a little bit. Go forward a little bit. So he looks a little pissed off, right? Looks a little pissed off.
He could not
Keep on going. Keep on going.
Inside the Bellator
Here we are.
cage. We'll go to your 3 judges. Your first judge, Sal Diamato, scores the fight 30-26, while judges Jeff Mullen and Dave Torelli both see the fight the same
Who's the winner?
30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. Chael, the American Gangster.
There you go. So, like I said, undefeated to this fucking day.
Can't be surprised.
And the reason I brought this, keep it going. The reason I brought this video up
decision win for Chael
is
Sonnen.
because
Here's Jimmy.
his trash talk never ends.
Chael, I know you didn't get the finish you wanted, but a dominant performance for the bad guy. How does it feel?
I look around this arena, and aside from soon-to-be world champion Nick Skowski, all I can think to myself is, God damn, I hate New York.
Oh, whoa.
Dude, if you could come up with trash talk better than that, come to Studio 604. I want to fucking hear it, man. Dude, he's in the face of everybody. God damn, I hate New York.
Legendary.
That's so legendary, man. And so yeah, we can conclude just from like those 2 videos. Vanderlei Silva, pussy. Chael Sonnen, the greatest.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so not only did we figure that out just from watching this, Mr. Vanderlei Silva, if you can understand my English, please don't come to Jacksonville, Florida anytime soon. I don't mean it. If you come up in front of me, I'll tell you you're the best ever. But with all this trash talk, man, it's just like it's making me so hyped. You know what I'm saying? It makes me hyped. It makes me want to play a game.
Ooh.
And so for the game we got for you today is none other than
Trash talk.
And what we got for you today is we have a whole game for you here today. The slideshow is actually in the top right corner if you go over there. Yep, right there. And so what we have here is trash talk. And the game's pretty simple. We go to the next one. We have the rules. The rules are an audio will play. You guess the fighter in regards to the audio. And the last rule is win. If you can't win, I'm sorry, man. We can't help you. But the game is pretty simple. If you go on to the next one, this is what we got. So we have 7 fighters. And so each of these fighters, you're going to have to take we're going to hear an audio without the video, obviously. And you're just going to have to take a wild guess which one of these 7 fighters is the trash talker. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, Marshall, let's go ahead and get on to the first slide here. All right, and what you're going to do, you're going to click that little audio button right there, and it should be ready.
In performance, you imposed your skill
Oh, it's
set. You
loading.
did everything you wanted to do. How happy are you with your performance tonight?
Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's go to the next slide and figure out which one of these 7 fighters we got. We got Mike Tyson, Nate Diaz, Chael Sonnen, Sean Strickland, Tito Ortiz, Colby Covington, and Conor McGregor. Which one do you think of these fellas was the one saying that Anderson Silva absolutely sucks?
Is it Shoal? Is that what you said?
Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen. All right, let's go to the next slide. See if it is. It is Chael Sonnen. All right, we have right here, everybody at home. We have 1-0 right now. All right, Roy Sheppard. I'm celebrating you right now, man. Hopefully you can get this figured out by the end of the game. All right, Marshall, let's go ahead. We have Chael Sonnen right off the thing. All right, the next one is who the fuck is this guy?
US and Caged Insider. Connor, take a look around you. You got a lot of champions, a lot of grizzled vets. Who do you think would give you
So if I think it was another fighter talks.
Right here.
Yeah,
right
this is
here,
a different
the
fighter.
hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. They're not, who the fuck is that guy?
All right, Roy. So we got one fighter talking shit, and then we got the other one going, who the fuck is that guy? So let me ask you, Roy, who the fuck is that guy talking?
What are the? Can you?
So we have Mike Tyson, Nate Diaz, Sean Strickland, Conor McGregor, Colby Covington, and Tito Ortiz.
I'm gonna guess Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland. Okay, let's go to the next one. See if it is. Sorry, man. You are 1 for 1. That was Conor the McGregor. But you can tell because he said "fuck." Those Irish fellas, they know how to. They know how to curse.
I got thrown off because I heard it in the soundbite.
Yeah,
he addressed Conor, but then you said I think that's another fighter.
Well, that was another fighter.
Oh.
I know. I should have just shut up, dude. I'm so sorry, dude. I fucking ruined it for us. God damn it.
Am I still able to win? I don't have to get all of them right.
I would like you.
If I got them all right?
I would like you to.
I already fucked that up.
No, it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, I fucked up this one for you. So as far as I'm concerned, you got 2-0, buddy. Did you hear
With
me?
an asterisk.
I said 2-0.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right, Marshall, let's go on to the next one. All right. This audio right here.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy. You faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for that. Everybody.
Hang on.
Bitch, come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
All right, man. So we're going to take a wild guess here. Who do you think this fella was saying, I'm going to fuck you till you love me?
I'm going to go with Mike Tyson.
Man, let's see if it is the one and only Mike Tyson with the pigeons. All right. Looks like we are 3-0. I'm just letting you know, if you have a winning record, I'm going to take off that 1 point. So I'm just going to do that.
Fair, no.
All right. So we are 2-1 and 3-0. All right, cool. All right. Here goes the next one.
Nah, but no. He's a solid guy. He's a good guy. I don't judge his cartoon porn addiction. I'm not going to be that guy.
Hentai. Get
I don't
used to
judge
it.
the
It's called
TikTok.
hentai.
Yeah, it's called hentai.
Same.
A lot of this shit is not true. Like, like maybe the steroids aren't true, but the jerking off the cartoons is true.
And that's facts.
All right. So which fighter do you think accused someone of jerking off the cartoons? All right. We got Nate Diaz, Sean Strickland, Colby Covington, and Tito Ortiz.
I'm gonna guess Colby Covington.
Colby Covington. All right, let's go ahead and see who it is. It's actually Sean Strickland. Don't worry, man. We still got the 3 left. We're gonna go ahead and just figure this out. I feel so good that it's 2-2 right now.
Yeah.
Another massive fight in your.
All right.
Another massive fight in your career. Another headliner, $6 million gate. We're hearing huge attendance, maybe top 10 all time. Do big events like this still get you excited, or is this just business as normal at this point in your career?
I'm a man of my word, John. 10 push-ups if you want to answer for me.
It's tough, man. I've only got one lung, so it's a challenge for me.
Gotta get it down and at least try.
Is that just for Jorge, or would you have done that against anybody? Is it important to get back and
Yeah,
fight?
you can go ahead and pause that. So he went ahead and said, he said, John, I need you to give me 10 push-ups. John says, I only have one lung, and he says, you gotta at least try. All right, Roy. So between Nate, Colby, and Tito, who do you got?
I'm gonna guess Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz. All right, let's see what we got. I'm sorry, it was Colby Covington. But don't worry, you are 3-3 right now, so we're good. We're good. Don't worry, you're winning.
I feel good, man. I feel confident. You know, Liam says he's gonna knock me out with devastating fashion. He got some big words to fulfill those shoes. No one in my whole career has ever done that.
So he's got some big words to fill those shoes. Who's the guy commenting about some shoe work? Is it Nate Diaz or the Tito Ortiz?
I'm gonna guess the Tito Ortiz.
All right, let's see what we got. It is Tito Ortiz. Yeah, like I said, you're winning. All right. Now for the last one to make sure he is the winner, let's go ahead and figure out what this last audio is.
Never heard of Stockton in my life.
Yeah.
Canaries in Stockton, yeah. Sing like little canaries.
Why you calling people gazelles too? You got the weakest, lamest lineup of training partners I ever even heard of.
I'm just looking at your little frame.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of an injured gazelle.
Yeah.
Strapped up.
People don't know
Take
what
your
that means.
top off. Take your
no
top
one knows
off.
what that means. It's
Take
in
your
America.
top off. Take your top off. You little fat skinny.
Yeah, right. No one knows what gazelle is anyway. America. Get it.
All right, so no one knows what the fuck a gazelle is, Roy. So let me ask you, who on this list of Nate Diaz did say who no one knows what the fuck a gazelle is?
I'm gonna guess Nate Diaz.
Is it Nate Diaz? It is Nate Diaz, and like I said, we have the greatest champion of all time, the pound-for-pound heavyweight fighter, Roy Sheppard, all up in this biatch, telling us who it is, letting us know what trash talk we got going on, letting us know that, goddamn, I hate New York. And man, let me tell you, Roy, have you had a great time on this show here today?
Absolutely.
Man, let me tell you, when it comes to this show, the only thing that we want here is to have a great guest, a great time. And if you had a great time, I had a great time. We're here to trash talk. We're here to bring shit together. We're here to make it happen. All right. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me. You
Hell
understand?
yeah, dude.
All right, man. And so with that said, everybody here, my name is Crossblocker on the ones and twos. We got the Marshall Malone here at Studio 604 here with CB Radio. It's your boy Crossblocker. Right across the street is Roy Sheppard. We're gonna have a great rest of our day here. See you next week, and we're out. Right on. Fuck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fun.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you didn't know any of those UFC.
Yeah,
I made that so much better. I made that so much better. Oh man, dude, that was so great. Man, you had fun?
Oh yeah. There was like so much shit going on in those videos too that we didn't have time to talk about. But
yeah,
like all the people in the background of the dogs guy. That's what I started watching. It's just like all their reactions. It was like some of them were like laughing at first. Like there was like one girl on the right that she just like at
Just
first
staring.
she was like it was like embarrassing, you know. She had that like
that's definitely my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend, and we're breaking up.
Dude, that was crazy. When was that?
That video?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was like 2009, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was way a while back. And so I saw that like recently. It popped up on my feed again, and I was just like, I have to bring this up. I'm like, I can't just let this just like disappear from my feed forever.
What was the second one? I don't remember.
Second clip was I can't let you get close.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be one of the funniest things you can say to somebody.
And the way he says it too. It's like it was like he like it seriously sounded like a little sound bite. Yeah, it was just like it felt like his whole cadence changed.
He was like, stop, I can't let you get close.
That was like that's why I was surprised by it, because like that's the only thing I've ever seen of him, and I'm like, this guy looks like the biggest pussy. The way that he's talking, you know what I mean? And then he takes that guy down, and I'm like, oh well, all right, I guess I don't know.
That guy, I mean, Chael Sonnen. I mean, I remember when I first saw him, he did the one where he was like, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was a huge Anderson Silva fan. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then like I watched him beat the shit out of Anderson Silva, and I'm like, I'm a Chael Sonnen fan forever. Like, dude, this guy talks shit and then acts on it. I love it. I'm like, this is the best thing on earth. Yeah, man. So we got that, and then the game went great. I mean, like I said, man, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome on that one.
Hell yeah, cool.
Yeah, brother. Whew, man, thank you so much for coming on out here, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Breath of fresh air. I'm so glad to get the show done, and you will be on this Sunday coming.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. So the way we got it going on, we're going to be doing live streams for like musical guests like every 2 weeks, right? And then the recording ones, I was going to put them in between. So you'll be the first one coming up. So as soon as we get done with like all the other recordings, we're going to go ahead. I'll send you clips. I got clips, so we'll be going ahead and get that going on. And you can promote it. You can keep it for yourself, whatever. And we'll just keep it rocking.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Who's the? Do you know who's the guest? The musical.
The musical guest. The next musical guest that I'm trying to get on is this chick named Peyton